Senator Graham, let me ask you, the reason the two of you are standing there today is that you've introduced a new bill that would effectively defund UN because of that Israel resolution from which the United States abstained. Explain what you're seeking to do here together.
22% of the money to fund the UN comes from the American taxpayer. I don't think it's a good investment for the American taxpayer to give money to an organization that condemns the only democracy in the Mideast, takes the settlement issue and say that's the most important and only issue in terms of impediment to peace. I begged the UN months before, don't put me in this box. This was John Kerry and Obama taking a slap at Israel, and we're going to push back. I think most Americans believe that the United Nations has become more anti-Semitic, more anti-Israeli, and I'm a big internationalist, but we're going to stop the money until we get this fixed. And I appreciate Ted's leadership on this.
Senator Cruz?
Well, listen, the last month, what we've seen Barack Obama do to Israel, I think has been shameful. It's been on the way out. He has struck out repeatedly at Israel and done real damage. At the United Nations, the resolution that the Obama administration abstained from, and there are reports they actively orchestrated, was a profoundly anti-Israel resolution. It declares much of Israel illegal and illegitimate. Much of Jerusalem, it declares, is not legitimately part of Israel. It declares the Jewish quarter is not part of Israel. It says the Temple Mount, the holiest site for the Jewish people in Jerusalem, is not legitimately part of Israel.
Western Wall.
And the Western Wall, I mean, we all remember the image of Barack Obama wearing a yarmulke, standing in front of the Western Wall. He's now signed on to the proposition that that is illegal occupied territory. That is shameful. And in my view, we need to act to defend not only our friend and ally, the nation of Israel, but also U.S. interest. And so Lindsey and I today are joining and filing legislation that would end all U.S. taxpayer funding for the UN unless and until they reverse this resolution. It's very simple. The only way to get their attention, we can give speeches, we can pass resolutions, and the UN is going to ignore what we have to say. But if you cut off their money, that gets their attention. And I think we've got real prospects of seeing this thing move through Congress and actually turning this thing around.